If you meander way down the road that leads home, you will finally come to my little garden spot where I play in the dirt. Welcome to the Built from Scratch Life channel. I'm Marmee and love to inspire you with snippets from the life we love living here on our 200 wild and woolly acres. Today's video features a Grow It episode. I'll be sharing my easy grow method for spinach and a variety of lettuces, along with snippets of my garden spot I've tried to tame on these acres. After moving to our 200 wild acres in the late winter of 2003, I started to have the urge to tame just a small spot of it. We had never owned that much land, and it looked big and it looked wild in my eyes. Really, I wondered how we might be able to tame it in a lifetime. It's very hilly, it has lots of gullies, wild blackberries, privet and thickets, mixed with brambles and creeping ground covers. My man thrives in this type of surroundings, but I tend to want things a bit more groomed than tangled bramble patches and clusters of gnarly trees. So my dreams were to tame just a tiny spot where I could have a little refuge from the wilderness of this land we were so blessed to own. I discovered a way to grow curly green leaves of spinach and a variety of lettuces. It's just as easy as can be, and even if you don't live on acres of land, you can grow it too, right in your own backyard or patio. I add my homegrown spinach to Chicken and Barley Stew. It's delicious and so good for you. I hope you will try it. One of my favorite tummy-warming recipes. I'll share the link to the recipe in the description. This is such an easy-peasy way to grow lettuces or spinach. Even if you've never grown anything before, you can grow it. A few things to know. It likes to grow in cooler weather and doesn't tolerate hot summer days. Check your planting zone for the best time to plant in your area. I'm in the south, zone 8. I planted it this year in early September and was already picking beautiful curly leaves to eat just 5 weeks later. It's still producing well into November, even though we've had a few frosts. Spinach is hardy enough to withstand a few frosty nights here in our area. For lettuces, I usually plant in very early spring, about a week before the last expected frost. Within 6 weeks or so, you will be eating your homegrown lettuce in salads. To get started, purchase a large bag of potting soil. Depending on how much you want to grow, you can plant more than one bag. What I love about this method is that besides being so easy, when you have finished harvesting all your greens, you can use the bag of soil that was the base for your spinach or lettuce patch to pot flowers or herbs for your porch, patio, or garden. I've used both Happy Frog and Miracle Grow brands. Whatever you can find in your local store is fine. Decide on your spot where you will have your bag garden grow. It can be on the patio, in the backyard, but you need sunshine to grow your garden, so consider that when choosing your spot. I kept convenience in mind in choosing my spot to grow my spinach patch this year and simply plopped the bags of soil in my raised bed.
Yep, hold the water.
It was the perfect spot for me since there was a water hose close by and they were up off the ground. Last year, I grew them on top of a picnic table that was in the backyard. Another year, I grew them on the well house as it has a flat top and has a water spigot on it. With bunnies hopping around here, Placing my bags on a raised bed or tabletop keeps them from nibbling it before I get a chance at it. But if that isn't an issue for you, you can put them anywhere they get sunshine and water. Did your shadow stop the water fountain? If you jump in front of it, it stops spouting water. Move away and let me see if it can make some water fountain. Get away from the shadow. Did it make some sun? The sun made the water come out. You will need drainage with this method of planting seeds directly into a bag of soil. You can use the tip of the scissors, or I let my little helpers poke away their pin-up energy with an ice pick. They got a little carried away. Flip the bag over to the top side for the next step. With kitchen shears or old scissors, snip X's on the top side of the bag. I cut my X's a few inches away from the outer edges and then space the X cuts about 4 to 5 inches apart. Feel free to do it however it suits you, in a random pattern or in straight rows.
Hold the water, wait.
Next, put the garden hose into each of the openings, one at a time, and allow the water to soak the soil in the bag. Lettuce seeds are teeny tiny. Spinach seeds are quite a bit larger. Drop a seed into each X. Press the seeds very lightly into the dirt with your finger. Don't worry if you get a couple of seeds in each X. If they all sprout, simply pluck out the extra ones and leave the largest seedling. When your seeds are all planted, use a fine mist of water on the hose and water the bag with a light spray so as not to disturb the newly planted seeds. Now just sit back and watch it grow. Don't let your bag garden dry out. You will need to water once weekly if the dirt begins to dry out. Just poke your finger in a hole and check it out. In about 5 to 6 weeks, you should be plucking beautiful green leaves of spinach or baby lettuces. You should be able to pick over and over. Enjoy! Drop me a comment if you tried growing homegrown spinach or lettuce in a garden bag. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. That's all for now.